lovers, it's Sarah, and today is Friday, June 15th, 2012, and the Scrappy Moms have released two brand new stamp sets today. One of them is called Proudly Canadian, and this is a really awesome set for people that live in Canada or people that have family in Canada or that have taken a trip to Canada. It's got all kinds of great sentiments that are unique to Canada. So that's the first set. The second set is called Mom's Diner, and this has really cute sentiments that have to do with certain types of food. And I'm going to be using the sentiment, Hope Your Birthday Stacks Up. And I've actually had a lot of fun with just that one sentiment. I've made a few cards with it. I noticed when I was going through my cards the other day that I don't have a lot of birthday cards in my stash. So I've been making a couple just with that one sentiment. So today we're going to be making a tall size card, and this is 4x8, and I just took a piece of 8x8 Paper Tray Ink Crafts cardstock, scored it in the middle at 4, and folded it in half. And this gives me a 4x8 size. And I'm going to set that aside. I have two mats, and this green checkered type gingham pattern here, I actually printed out from the Cricut Imagine cartridge called Kate's Kitchen. And it is 3 5/8 by 7 5/8. And then I have a red mat that is 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. Before I layer this on top of here, I have a piece of washi tape, and this is washi ribbon tape that can be purchased at creekbankcreations.com, and it's a red gingham, and it's going to go back down here, and I wanted to hear this first because I want to be able to trim off the sides. So before I do that, I need to figure out where my sentiment is going to go. I believe it's right there that I want it. Okay. And with the washi tape, all you do is peel off the backing. It's already self-adhesive, which makes it awesome. It's super easy to work with. And I love that it feels like ribbon, but it's tape. It's really cool. And I'm just following the lines in my paper to try to get it pretty straight. And I'm going to grab my scissors and just go ahead and trim that right off. So now I'm going to go ahead and adhere my two layers together, my mats. Cute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card base. My card today that we're making is more of a masculine card. Could be used for a girl, but I really thought it turned out more for a guy, which is great. Never have too many guy cards around. Okay, so there's our card base. Now I want to show you the image, and I think it's perfect with the sentiment, Hope Your Birthday Stacks Up. I made a big hamburger! I really love how it turned out. I'm going to tell you how I did this. I used the hamburger from the Simply Charmed cartridge, and it's on page 49. I cut it at 2.25. And if you notice, it's just a single little hamburger. So what I did was, I cut out my base, which is the buns, and then on the top bun layer, I hid the little face cutouts in my Gypsy using the hide contour feature. And then I just cut 3 of the lettuce layers, 3 of the tomato layers, and 3 of the hamburger layers. And I just sort of paper pieced it together and attached it all, made a stack going up. And then when I got to the top, I just attached my top hamburger bun. and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I inked everything, including my mats, with my Tim Holtz Distress Ink, the tea dye. You can't really tell on most of it, but you really can see it on the bun, and I think it just adds dimension and looks great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere my hamburger. So you can see on the back where this was the bottom layer, and then I just had to stack it up. Just kind of made my own image. Okay, so that's going to go like right about here. And then, like I said, my sentiment, is going to go down here at the bottom. Okay, and then for the top, I decided to use more of this washi tape, and I cut I didn't worry about sizes or anything. I just cut 3 little strips, and then I notched out the end for like a banner. So I went ahead and added my little banner flags at the top. And what I really love about this washi tape is because it's thin, when I laid it down, it kind of like didn't lay flat and kind of moved around, so it almost gives the illusion that it's actually moving, and I really thought that was cool. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some buttons, and I was going to tie some twine on it, but I was like, you know, because I'm using this for kind of a manly card, I didn't want to really do a whole lot to it. So my buttons are naked. Okay, so I'm grabbing my glue dots, and I'm just going to adhere my buttons to the top of my little banner flag. This button I'm going to add down here to my sentiment. And then for my last touch, and I'm so excited about this, I think it turned out so cute, I have some really tiny black buttons that I've had in my stash. I believe I got these at Walmart a while ago. But I'm going to add these to the bun like seeds on the bun. And I'm just using some mini glue dots. Oh my gosh. I really love how this card turned out. Let's see if you can get a better view. Zoom out a little bit. So there it is, my stacked up hamburger. And then I wanted to show you another one that I made. This one, I made more girly card. Pretty much kind of the same concept with the stacking, but this time it's the stacking of the presents. And so what I did with this one is I used the Yummy Cricut Imagine cartridge for my background paper colors. You know, I filled in all the present colors with that cartridge. And I used these 3 presents that are stacked I got from the Sweethearts cartridge, and I cut them at 5.8 on my Imagine, and like I said, I filled it in with colors from the Yummy cartridge. And then my seam binding ribbon here that I wrapped around, I wanted it to look like a present. That is from my good friend Liz, who just, from Liz's Paper Loft, she just opened a boutique, and she has all kinds of unique items in there, and she sells all this yummy seam binding ribbon. And it's a lot of fun to work with. I think it's easier to tie bows with, and you can do fun things with it like crinkling it up and wrinkling it, but I kept it just straight for this one. And I added some stickles to my ribbon here, and then I notched out my sentiment again, same sentiment, hope your birthday stacks up, and I notched my ribbon here to kind of mimic the ribbon on the present. So another great card, easy to whip up and goes perfectly with the sentiment. So head on over to the Scrappy Moms blog. I'll put a link down in the description box and pick up your new stamps. Thank everybody for watching, and have a blessed day.